Hello everyone, as I was having eye problems with my scope I had on my Crossman Nitro Venom, the BSA scope, I bought another very cheap scope with a mil dot this time, so I'll see if I can do any better with that. It's one that's got the caps built onto it, and as I said, it's a mil dot with a rangefinder, still a very cheap scope. Luckily they've given me 2 sets of mountain rings, so I've got some spare ones, so I'll get that fitted onto the rifle now, then we'll test it. Right, there's the scope on the rifle. I'll say straight away, although I haven't started zeroing it yet, that the eye relief is awful. I've managed to get in the best position, but it's not great. I think that's because the front, like the rear end of the scope is narrower than the aperture lens which you look through. So, objective and aperture lens, whichever way around they go. So that's obviously not a good design feature. I'd rather them both be the same size, but the front is wider in the end. So anyway, I'm going to be using Diablo Field, see if I can actually make use of these pellets and get them zeroed properly with the scope, because every time I've used these they always never seem to go where I want them to go. And I'm just going to zero it for about 10 yards. Well, to make it clear, I really don't like this scope. I've been shooting it from not very far away. I've had to keep bringing the target in and in to even work out what the zero's going, because how shoddy the eye relief is. I started aiming up at that blue one because the shots were going high, and I finally zeroed it into the bottom blue ring is where a pellet's landed. So what I'm going to do now is load it, try and shoot that bottom blue ring again in roughly the same place, and we'll see what happens with the pellet. Well, the good news is I managed to get the shot in the exact same place. So I guess now if I aim for the bullseye, I can tell where left and right. This isn't a very good hole for you, which doesn't go up. Let's see if I can get 6. Right, so I've got the scope zeroed, so it should be hitting 6 every time, and you'll see that despite me using the rest and being at nearly point blank range, it's doing this. So I'm going to load it up again and we'll see whereabouts it goes. Right, here goes. Right, crosshair is centrally on the 6. Right, I managed to knock the tripod over there, but let's move it a bit further back. It's still shooting slightly right, so I'll just do it a couple more clicks. Let's see how it is. We're almost there, but this thing isn't really fun to zero at all. I'll put the camera back on once I've got it shooting as straight as I can. Right, I think I may have stumbled across the world's worst scope, because on attempting to zero this I haven't been aiming at the bullseye every time. Every time I think I've got it zeroed right, it'll either be going left or right. The verticality seems about right, because all those are aimed at the same height, but everyone was aimed directly at the centre, so that one lucked into going into the right place. That one went right, that one went right again because it was aimed more there, that one's gone left. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and shoot at my spinning target, and you'll probably find this really funny how frustrated I get when I'm going to shoot it from quite close range and nothing's going to hit it. Okay, so I've got the rifle and scope here. I'm going to have the crosshairs directly onto, when I can even find it on the camera, there we go, onto this, and we're going to see if I can hit it. Now that's probably about an inch target, but I'm going to be shooting it from like 4 yards, so if the scope can't manage this, it's a really bad scope, but let's have a go. Oh no, it didn't hit it. I aim at the bigger bottom one. No. Try again with the bottom bigger one. Oh, it hit that time. Okay. Crosshair in the exact same place as the last time. Right. I'll aim again for the top one and see if I can get a shot up on that. Get the eye relief just right by having my head almost not on the stock at all. Right, there he is. No. I don't even know what it managed to do that time. Let's try again. Oh look, it's done. Okay, so that time, with the crosshair in the exact same place as several other times, it's spanned around. Right, let's try again. Manages to spin slightly again. I'll aim for the top one and we'll see what happens. That one went high. Let me aim onto a slightly lower part of it and we'll see if I can spin the orange bit by aiming low. No, it went high and left. Right, there you go, world's worst scope. What I really can't understand with this thing is why I can shoot the same place several times and it misses every time.